Joyful noise. A few weeks ago, our Words of Inspiration segment was read by Emma Rose, and she touched on the number of hymns that we have in our hymnals. Yes, we have hundreds, but do we just sing them, hum them, and then forget them until they are sung again? Take His Eye is on the Sparrow, which was obviously inspired by Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? How many times have we sung this song, and how many times has Pam played it as an instrumental? Steve Wilson, in his reading last week, even touched on those words in Matthew 10:29-31, which reads, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows." Let's break it down a little. This poem was written by Sevilla Martin and later put to music, and she describes the context out of which the hymn was born. She says, in the spring of 1905, I was in New York visiting friends. Mr. and Mrs. Doolittle and Mr. Doolittle had been bedridden for over 20 years. Her husband was an incurable cripple who had to propel himself to and from his business in a wheelchair. Despite their afflictions, they lived happy Christian lives, bringing inspiration and comfort to all who knew them. One day, while we were visiting with the Doolittles, my husband commented on their bright hopefulness and asked them for the secret of it. Mrs. Doolittle's response was simple. "His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me." The beauty of this simple expression of boundless faith gripped the hearts and fired the imagination of Dr. Martin and me. The hymn, "His Eye is on the Sparrow," was the outcome of that experience. And now here are the words to that song. His eye is on the sparrow. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is he, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy, I sing because I'm free, for his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Let not your heart be troubled, his tender word I hear, and resting on his goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though my path he leadeth, but one step I may see, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy, I sing because I'm free, for his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when songs give place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to him, for care he sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy, I sing because I'm free, for his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Now, let us listen to Pam play this beautiful song for us.